Good morning. So, in this video, it is my intention to shatter all of your self-limiting beliefs about your own awkwardness and hopefully convince you that you're being incredibly unkind to yourself, that the things you look upon in yourself as you being awkward, making all these little mistakes, feeling uncomfortable in social situations, there's an explanation for this that you haven't even considered. And once I heard this for the first time, this was honestly like life-changing information because it changed my relationship with myself. It stopped me from beating myself up, from hating myself every time something went wrong in social situations. And I want to share this with you today. So I'll just tell you a little bit about me. This problem ran so deep. Looking upon myself as an awkward person, that I started to believe at one point in time, like throughout my teenage years, that there might be something like wrong with me. I don't mean any offense saying this, but I believe that I might be autistic. Like, there's something so fundamentally different about me and the way that I communicate compared to other people. Something which makes me just on like a different wavelength to other people. My friends, they're so incredibly relaxed and comfortable talking to new people, but me, I'm tense, I'm stiff, I'm awkward. I'm trying to talk to someone new for the first time and I just can't relax, or someone that I like. And I'm just so much more stressed out than like having a good time. I'm so worried about like running out of things to say that I'm thinking of like the next 5 conversation topics in my head instead of listening to the other person. It's either that or I'm just like standing on the edge of a group, not even saying anything, just being this like quiet background guy who is honestly just trying to survive the whole experience. I'm not there to enjoy myself, I'm just there to get through it. Best case scenario without being embarrassed or just making a fool out of myself. Like that's how I looked at social situations for like at least a decade. And this was such like, I can't even like really describe how much pain that I felt, like the frustration, the self-loathing, how like different I felt, how like useless I felt at just not being able to like communicate with people in the way that I wanted. Like, it was just absolutely awful. And I wish I'd known what I'm about to tell you now, because this really changed my perspective on everything. It took me from viewing myself as just this awkward person, there's something wrong with me, to just being so much more accepting of myself. And like, honestly, this was the thing that freed me. This was the thing that finally allowed me to relax. And from then, like, my like natural personality started to come back. I started to feel more comfortable expressing myself, like taking more risks in conversations. This was just such life-changing information. So the thing I want to tell you today, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. The thing I want to tell you is you're not awkward. You're not socially awkward. There's nothing wrong with you. All of these awkward little behaviors, these mistakes, these uncomfortable feelings come from you not feeling safe in your environment. So a lot of the time when I would make mistakes in conversations, when I'd stutter, when I'd say the wrong thing, or just the internal feelings that I had, like just feeling so uncomfortable in around new people, or like in places where there's lots of people around, I'd often feel so bad about all of that I'd almost like fail to realize that actually I don't feel like this in every social situation. There's people in my life who I actually feel completely comfortable around, who I don't have to like be thinking of like the next 5 things to say in my head. I'm not worried about where the conversation's going to go next. I'm not worried about saying something weird. I'm not like super stressed out. And it's around my family, or it's around like my closest friends. I'm not worried about all of that stuff. The conversation just flows. It feels natural. We end up laughing over the most childish things. We're all having a great time. And not at one point in my head am I thinking like, oh, where am I going to take this conversation next? Or I'm like really aware of myself or how I'm acting. I'm kind of just existing and having fun. And you probably feel like this around your closest friends too. But this is the power of just feeling safe. I'm not just talking about like, well, I guess this is what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about like the absence of danger. Like there's no like nothing that possibly could go wrong. I'm feeling like safe on like a physical level. Like this all comes from like the nervous system. The nervous system, which is responsible for like keeping us alive, from protecting us from like those prehistoric threats, like, I don't know, like lions that might have been about to hunt us. When we really don't feel like there's anything that can cause us danger, that is when our like real self starts to come out. That is why around our closest friends we feel comfortable saying things, making jokes that we wouldn't around other people, because we feel totally safe. There's no danger here. There's no like threat. And a lot of the things that you consider being awkward is just you in an environment where you're worried about like the danger, about some kind of harm coming to you. And I'm not talking about like physical danger, because nowadays in the modern world, we've evolved past that. The main threats to our like, the main things that could cause us pain, it's not going to be like lions and predators trying to eat us. It's threats of like emotional pain. It's people who may or may not cause us harm, like emotional harm, like feelings that just feel so bad that we want to like disappear, that we'd rather be anywhere else. Like I'm talking things like public humiliation, deep feelings of shame, embarrassment, things just so like traumatic that we just don't want to be there. And oftentimes that can be worse than like physical pain. Physical pain, like if you fall over and cut your knee, you know, it hurts at the time, but it's probably going to get better. But like a breakup, like the emotional pain of a breakup, that can last for like years and years. Like it's such a traumatic experience that you don't forget that. So yeah, the main reason we feel like we manifest these awkward behaviors is because when our nervous system feels like it's in danger, your body can't focus on anything except that. It's not focused on how you're coming across. Am I being funny? Am I being like charismatic? Am I saying the right things here? Your nervous system is literally rerouting everything away from your brain that isn't essential for you staying alive. Your brain slows down. You start to panic. You go into like fight or flight mode because you feel like you're in danger. And that makes you more likely to make mistakes, or it makes you forget things. It shuts down all of your creativity, your ability to like think of what to say next. So our awkward behaviors, that is not you. That's not something which is like unique to you. It's simply you feeling in danger. And that in itself was just like so eye-opening to hear. It's like, okay, I'm not this awkward person. This is just a version of me. This is just what happens when you place me in an environment where I feel like I'm going to be embarrassed or something can go wrong. So the next thing I want to talk about is like, okay, we've talked about like a few of the things that could trigger it, like weird afraid of getting humiliated in a social situation or something like that. Oftentimes this would happen to me around new people or people who I feel like I need to impress. But the thing is, around these new people, can I reasonably say they're going to cause me harm? Like, I don't know this person. I don't know if they're a good person, a bad person, but for some reason my brain and my body just feels on guard. It feels like there's danger here. This person is like an unknown quantity. I don't know what they're like, whether they could like cause me to feel something bad here. And just the possibility of that sends our body into this fight or flight mode where we can't even think. And the thing is, what's happening there is we can pretty confidently say, because we don't know this person, we're not reacting to like right now. What we're reacting to is the past feelings of danger. And this was just another thing which was so eye-opening for me. The fact that right now, if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm feeling like on edge and my awkward behaviors are coming out, it's not even a response to what's in front of me. It's a memory. It's a response to something which happened to me in the past. And we don't always know what that is. But for me, there's a few things I can point to. If I'm looking at like new people as some form of danger, then I've gone through some kind of experience in the past which has like caused me to be suspicious of people. And I think where this comes from is just experiences of getting bullied in school, not just by certain classmates, but like by a group of friends that I had, where it felt like even just sharing things about myself, sharing things that I liked, or I had to like be very careful what I said, because if I said the wrong thing, then I would just get humiliated. The entire group would just pile in on me, just like abuse me, bully me. Or, if I said the wrong thing, everyone would laugh. And it's these kind of experiences where I felt like emotional pain that my body is still holding on to. And I didn't realize I'm holding on to like all of these things. But I'm carrying that forward into the future. So even when there's like the slightest possibility, or this current situation only slightly reminds me of what I felt back then, my body is almost overcompensating. It's immediately on guard because it's doing anything it can to not feel that pain again. So understand that a lot of the feelings you feel right now, a lot of the triggers for these awkward behaviors and anxiety, that's not you reacting to like the here and now. It's you reacting to something that happened in the past. Now, how do we overcome this? Well, this can be a process. Like, I'm still going through this, but if I was to share one bit of value with you right now in this video, it's just being aware of it. It's just being aware that this is probably going on. Even if you can't point to like any clear experience, like this might be causing what's happening to me right now. It might be this experience which is causing me these feelings. Just being aware of it is so powerful. Like, when I start feeling these anxious feelings coming through my body, I try and take a moment to myself if I can. And I just tell myself, I just recite it in my head, sometimes out loud even. I just tell myself, like, you're not reacting to the present. I'm reacting to the past right now. I'm reacting to past fear, past danger. But I'm not in danger. I'm not in danger anymore. And this might sound like some woo-woo shit, like, how is this even going to do anything? But I'm telling you, like, imagine like all this adrenaline is flooding through my body. Just telling myself that I'm not in any danger, that calms me down. Even if it's just like 5%, I'm 5% calmer, that helps. It's breaking the pattern. It's becoming aware of like what's truly going on. And that has a big effect. The more you practice this, the more you'll just be able to will yourself out of this like anxious fight or flight state, because you're not in any danger. You're reacting to the past. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Sorry if this video has been a little bit all over the place. I'm kind of just having thoughts and then saying them out loud. But if this has been helpful, I make lots of videos like this. Consider subscribing. If you're interested in free one-to-one coaching on this topic or any social skills related topic, book a call through the link in my bio. I'm happy to help you out, completely free at the moment. So yeah, let me see if I can help you. See you in the next one. Take care.